Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Hi. I'm good. How are you?
I am very good. We are a week closer to Australia, me
Yeah.
coming to you.
Well, yeah. I mean, I'm already in
Yeah.
Australia. But
Well, I should say
Sydney.
Sydney.
Sydney, Australia. I'm so excited. I can't wait. I can't wait to go to Sydney. Anne and I are presenting at the Romance Writers of Australia conference.
Yes, we are. I can't wait. We're going to be doing it on the Sunday in the afternoon. I can't remember if we're 1 o'clock. I think we're 1:30. I just remember being very excited because I'm usually the bad luck karma presenter, and we get like an 8 or 9 a.m. call. So the fact that we like have coffee and like wake up that morning is like bonus.
Yes, definitely. It's gonna be great. I'm super excited.
Oh, I'm just excited because like you and Moira and I are going to be together.
Writer friends.
And we get
We
to go.
always talk on this podcast about the value of community. So I'm super excited to have my community together.
We get to have like all three of our communities. One will
I
be over
know. I'm sad
here.
that Rachel won't be able to make it.
We'll
We're gonna
FaceTime
have to do a
Rachel.
writing retreat soon.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, yes. But yes, it's gonna be, we're looking forward to Sydney, and I think it's gonna be, I'm looking forward to Becca Syme's class that we're taking on the Monday
Yes,
after.
I'm
Like
super excited about that.
the fact that it's needed. Like it's one of those that I really feel I need to hear what she has to say. And I've even noticed with stuff that she's been putting up lately, I'm like, well, you're talking to me. So I've just been very excited and meeting a lot of people. There are a lot of Australians that I have run into on TikTok and that I know from Instagram, and people that I've actually collaborated with and worked with for years that I've not met, that I'm going to get to meet at this conference. So it's going to be kind of ridiculously amazing.
Yes. It's gonna be awesome. I'm super excited. I'm so excited for the Becca Syme course. And then I'm also doing a Dimmick's Books and Bars event, book signing while I'm down there.
What night is that and where? Just in case somebody listening is able to get to that.
On Thursday, the 17th of August. And it's going to be at Soul Trap Bar in Surrey Hills, which is right near the hotel where the conference is happening too. Yeah, I'm super excited. It's gonna be super fun. And I know some of my mountaineers are already planning on coming. So yeah, it's gonna be exciting. I'm excited to meet them in person, We've been friends online for so long. So yeah.
The mountaineers, we need to have an episode at some point and talk about how you name your people.
They name themselves.
I love that though. It's like the mountaineers that they like, that's like
because my first book ever was The High Mountain Court. So Mountaineers. And the slogan of the Mountaineers is the best mountains to climb are fictional ones.
Oh my awesome t-shirts.
On a stickers that I send out.
That is so good. And you get to meet some of your mountaineers. You better get a picture with your
definitely. I know. I feel like I'm my mom now, where I'm constantly like, you need to remember to take photos, because I always forget to take photos. Yes. So this whole episode is just updates of things that are going on in our lives and updates on what's going on in social media land.
Oh my gosh.
Because Threads just came out.
What?
And boy, did it come out in a big way.
Did it ever? And Elon Musk is somewhere really irritated.
You messed up your app when people are rooting for Meta,
right? Like the fact everybody got excited over Threads is hilarious. Like it's
because we all hate the
metaverse. Like that whole meta thing is just crazy. But I think
Threads, it's so user friendly. Right. And also Threads for people who don't know what Threads is basically like Instagram's version of Twitter, where it's a text-based platform where you can like basically post threads, quote unquote threads, written comments, and you can also do like photos and videos. It's very similar to Twitter in that way. But it's linked to your Instagram account, so you can bring over pretty much like like you can follow anyone you were already following on Instagram. You don't have to go hunting for everyone. And so I think in 2 days I already had like 500 followers, because it was just like so many of them were already following me on Instagram, so they just came over. Um, which is great because my audience there already is book people, like my book friends.
Yes.
And so it's great because my whole like feed is all a thread. I don't know what we're calling things yet. We'll have to figure
I
out
know
what.
we have to. I've got it. I
I
admit I
heard that
can't
your
even.
follower number is called your thread count, and I love that. Isn't that so
Love
cute?
it. I want Egyptian cotton thread count, please.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. I need to get to 1,000 thread count.
That is so cute. I've got to
Yeah,
dig into it some more because it's one of those that with you saying that, I didn't even think about it from that angle of you've got your book people, because I have been like burning down my Instagram for a couple of years because we'd gotten built up on different things for gluten-free and other things that I was posting before I went really just leaned in the last year and a half on Instagram into the book world. So I'm very excited now because I'd love to see what the Threads land is going to look like for me.
yeah,
Probably because a lot of those folks, eh, not that I don't want them to come over, but they don't have to because we're already over on Instagram. They were following me for
right.
their content I'm not doing. I'd rather get people on there that are following me that are going to be my audience, that I'm going to have fun, that when I show up, we'll have fun, you know?
Me too. I'm excited for it. I mean, like I never really got Twitter. It just didn't work for my brain. Um, so Threads I'm kind of using as my like shouting my random ideas into the void
Yeah. Yeah.
page. But I feel like this is the thing. This is how I don't recommend all authors do this, but this is how I use social media. And I use my social media like I'm talking to one specific friend who
Yeah.
is kind of like my prototype mountaineer, you know. And it's like they this is what they get from me. They get kind of like chaotic, relatable author life person, creative
Yeah.
weirdo.
Yeah.
Like that's the energy that they get from me. So it's good because it comes as no surprise to them that I'm like, posting about my cats and what I thought about a movie and like it's very much me. They expect that. So that's good. But also I think it would be pretty boring if I was just posting about book covers and stuff all the time. So
Yeah.
um I
Same.
am posting bookish stuff too, but right now I just have like a notes app on my phone where I have a whole page that's just ideas to post to Threads. So
Brilliant.
like when I have a random chaotic thought throughout the day, I just write it down in the note app and then I can copy and paste it like later in the day when I want something to post.
That's so smart because that's the thing is that you have, especially the way you're doing it, that you've got like your avatar for who your mountaineer is. So you're talking to your reader in your mind and you're sharing with them that random thought like a friend, and you're just saving that text to serve it to them when you're
Yeah,
ready. Be like, you're gonna love
exactly. And
this.
eventually I'm sure it'll have a scheduling feature and then you can just pop them in and schedule them so that they come out like interspersed throughout the day. Once that happens, that will be awesome too, because then you can just like schedule all of your random thoughts. But yeah, I think it's good. I think that's how I'm going to use it mostly. I'm not going to try and play the, cool game, the cool aesthetic game
See,
that is more Instagram-y. So yeah.
I just want to get on there and just, it's fun. It's just like a Twitter
Engagement
everywhere.
is working really well on there. Like if you, whatever your pocket engagement questions are, start whipping those out because that's a great way to start building an audience on there. Like my first day, I said like, author friends, tell me about your book using 5 emojis. Like here's mine, and I had like 100 comments, and lots of like repostings
Love that. I
because
love that.
people, it gives my author friends a chance to promote their books and talk about their books, but also it's just like a fun game, it's just like
Yeah.
fun challenge to try and figure out how to do. So asking questions or doing something fun that's like that, something that's like really high engagement, like I think
Yeah.
at least once a day will be huge to starting to grow, you know?
I like that. I need to definitely need to sit down and play with it some more because I gotten on there, just kind of enjoyed being on it for the last couple of, I'm the type of person that like I'll download an app and I hang out for a while to figure it out. I've always been that way because, just want to see, because they're going to do some more changes and add things, and there will be more things that get tweaked, and the algorithm will change, and this, that, and the other in the
Yeah.
next couple of weeks. But what I
Yeah.
love, and I shared that with you, was the fact that the day threads came out. People within 5 hours of the app being live were like selling their threads masterclass. And it was just like, already, I laughed so hard. So I was like, all right, I cannot help but laugh at the person doing this, but I feel for the people that actually go, oh, let me jump on that, because children, no, mama says don't do that for a while. Like, it's got to work out its kinks. We all got to see what it's going to do. You
Yeah.
can't-
I mean, good on the entrepreneurial spirit of people, but yeah.
A plus for that effort.
Yeah. We need to see what's what first. And
Like, there's still a lot of kinks that are going to come out of it. But it is that place that, yeah, that warm audience being there from Instagram to land into, I think it's just a nice hug. And I downloaded Blue Sky, which is the
yeah.
creators of Twitter, their app. And that is just still, it's not for me. My head isn't wrapping around it, but I think a lot of that is where Meta's done it right. They've linked it to your Instagram, but
Yeah.
you are in the metaverse still.
I know. It's the devil, isn't it?
It really is. Like, you get a couple choices and it's like, well, all right, suck. We've
Yeah,
been
and
together for some
we'll
years.
see how long it lasts. I don't know if it's something that is going to be worth putting heaps of energy in another year, you know. It's the kind of thing where it's fun to play with and test and
Yeah.
see. But right now it's in like very much an experimental play space for me. And we'll see if it turns into something that's actually driving any sort of meaningful sales. Because if it's not doing like even like a tenth of what like TikTok is doing for me, for example, like after a certain amount of time, I
It's not
feel
worth
like it's like drop it, you know?
exactly. And that attitude right there, I want anybody that's watching this or listening to this to have it, because if you start doing something, you're on your social media and you're happy with Facebook, or you love Twitter, or Pinterest is your jam. Great, like, lean into that. Don't listen to what anybody else is saying. Do that. And if you want to have a presence on the others, figure it out. Like, take a look at what engagement you're getting back. But if you're not getting like a tenth, I think you just said, of what you're getting with one of the apps that's actually an app that's doing well for you, why waste time? Life's too short.
It's like, how we constantly have to ask ourselves, is it worth spending this much time on marketing, or should I be writing another book? You also have to be asking yourself, is it worth spending me this much time, like an equal amount of time on a social platform that's really doing nothing for me as the platform that's doing everything for me,
Yeah.
And it's like, like I think we all get caught up in this trap of needing to repost everywhere, be everywhere, do everything, to
Yeah.
the point where we like start neglecting the one thing that was working for us, or just burn
Yeah.
ourselves out trying to do everything. So like being quick to drop the things that aren't moving the needle for you, I feel like, or just putting a tiny effort presence in just to show up every week or so or something, just to keep it alive. And then if it starts doing more, leaning into it more. But right now I feel like with Threads, it's more of just like a playground, it's that
Yeah.
kind of like investment mindset of like, we'll see what this does, but
That's
in
fun.
another few months, once we kind of get our bearings, we'll see if it's
Yeah.
something sticking with or not. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like, Clubhouse, when Clubhouse first came out,
Yeah.
I was listening. I was on that thing a lot. I remember being very excited and then just hitting a wall with it and being like, okay, I can see where the issues are. And within 3 to 4 weeks of being on Clubhouse, this was very early on when it got started, I saw those issues that were happening, that a lot of people have left there because of, either being talked over, or there were certain things that just were not happening as far as like etiquette and respectfulness, or there were issues or hiccups with certain things on Clubhouse that I just didn't have the patience for. But then, I hear from other people that stayed there and they love it because they found that this or that. So yeah, like you go out, you try, and if you don't like it, you don't like it. And if it doesn't fit, it doesn't fit. And if it doesn't make you feel good when you think about it, it's not going to fit and it never will. Like,
Experiment and then be ready to cut the things that aren't right. I feel like this is something that we talk about a lot, like on the show, but also in our courses as well. Like,
did
oh,
you
should
just say
we?
courses?
Did I say? Did I say the C word?
You did. Oh my God, you just said the C word.
Our courses. Should we tell them?
Yes, I think we should, because it'll explain why we're about to take some time off. Stop! I said it. I said the other thing. Taking time off. But no, let's tell them about the courses because I am so excited that oh my gosh,
We did it.
we
They're
did.
up.
They're up, you guys. If you're listening to this, it is the end of July, and you just head on over to Teachables. We will have the information in our show notes, no matter where you're listening or watching this. We have 2 classes that are up for you. The first 2 classes are on BookTok. It's on TikTok so that you can get in there and do the things.
Yeah. So we've got a little baby course that's kind of like a slightly smaller course called BookTok for Beginners. That's really for people who are just starting out, have less than 1,000 followers, are figuring out like what their profile is and what their FYP is, like really starting out beginner course that I think will be really helpful for anyone who's trying to figure out like how to get going on TikTok. And then we have a course where we feel like we're just really not seeing this kind of a course out there, and it's for people. It's called Level Up Your TikTok Game, Advanced TikTok Strategies or Tactics, Advanced TikTok Tactics, TikTok Tactics.
Advanced TikTok.
But it's basically about it's for people that I feel like so many of our peers are people who have at least a few thousand followers, have started to get a footing on TikTok, and then have either like hit a wall or run out of steam or run out of ideas, or just are figuring out like, where do I go from here? What do I do now? And that's what this course is for. People who are already established on the platform but are looking to level up their TikTok game, take it to the next level, get some new ideas about how to make content and where to get content ideas from, and also like how to do it in a way that like protects your mental health. And I feel like that's like the most important thing that I just don't see people talking about is there's so many people out there going like, this is how you go viral, this is how you get 1 million followers, this is how you do these things in ways that just crash people. Like I see so many people hustling and then disappearing off the app because they've completely burnt themselves out trying to do those strategies instead of doing something like slower, more sustainable, something that still works, but is like in a way that works for them too. And so that's what our Level Up Your TikTok Game is all about. And I'm so proud of that course and I'm super excited. And both of those courses also link to our Discord group so that you can have ongoing help and support and ideas and conversations about TikTok too. So,
and if you're in our Patreon, guess what? You're going to get 20% off all the courses. And I say all the courses, you're going, and thank you for that 20% off, but it's 2 courses. Oh, contraire mon frere. By the end of this year, we're going to have more. In fact, we'll be rolling out PR for your books, an Instagram account, beginners as actually, well, it's an intermediate. It's going to be about
it's going to be like
account and your profile.
Intermediate. We'll come up with a cool title.
Yeah, but my favorite title is going to be the community building one, which is the what monkeys can teach us about community.
Yes. I'm putting on my former primatologist hat for that one. Because it's true. You know, our primate instincts can really help us when building community. There's a lot of things we all instinctively do, group dynamics, that people don't realize. And I'm super excited to talk about it. I think that'll be a really fun, like little mini course.
It's going to be fun. And there's more than that. So, but we'll just leave it at that because we're so excited. Oh, the social media mindset one, because that's the one
Yes.
that began all of this, and that will be coming. And that is one that Allie and I are going to be planning once we get these other 2 classes out, because that one we want to get to you guys as fast as we can, because we see that need for it. And I know from my own mental health journey this year and taking a lot of time steps back and really having to readjust and renavigate, because personal and professional lives have collided for me in the last few months in some crazy ways. And it has taken a lot for me to stay in a sane place moving forward, when I've
Yes.
had days that I've wanted to quit all of it, all the things. I wanted to quit everything and just like leave with my dog and go to an island at one point. But you get that energy back. And I wouldn't have gotten that energy back or have known how to handle it if I didn't have the tools and the people and everything in place that was there for
Mhm.
me to move through it. To
Yes.
know. So I definitely want this class out for people, because it can happen at any stage of the game that you
Mhm.
hit a wall and you start to feel your mental health going dark. Not even dark, like just closing in. And there's a suffocation factor that I think that people start to feel, that overwhelm.
1,000,000%. And I'm really, really hoping that this is a conversation that more author spaces start having more often.
Me
Um,
too.
because it is so sad. It really breaks my heart how many people I see just kind of disappearing from the career and the profession entirely
Yeah.
because of the effects of social media. And so I feel like we we really need to be having these conversations more. And I think we can, even though it's a heavy conversation, I think we can have fun doing it and
Yeah.
coming up with more support and strategies so that people feel a lot lighter around the whole topic in general. So yeah, I'm really, really looking forward to that too.
But we've got 2 classes, you guys. It is so awesome.
They're up.
Go check them out, please.
There's so
And
many
tell your
cool
friends.
things. There's all these great resources, so many documents that come with the course, like, and lots of like really deep dive info in nice little bite-sized chunks. So
Yeah. And then you get the community that you have, that you can come and ask us questions that we'll be able to answer your questions. And I'm going to give you guys the prices too, because right now, especially the beginners is priced at $99. So yes, Patreon members, you get 20% off, and that is yours for a lifetime. And the advanced class, we're running it at $199 right now.
yeah,
It is actually worth about $499 to get this
yeah,
class, because of the information, you guys, that we put in it for TikTok, for taking your strategy to that next level, for selling your books, for growing your engagement and finding your community, making it stronger. There's so much. The bonus community content at the end is worth
yeah.
its weight in gold. It ties it all together. But then that social media aspect as well, the TikTok tropes that we have that are going to be introduced kind of in Australia, because we're only going to tease out a few. I think
Yeah.
all of that for $199, and it's just for a couple of months. We'll be announcing soon when we'll pull that price up. But, and again,
We
Patreon
wanted to make
members.
it really accessible for people too. I know there's some people who are like really keen for this information, but want it on a budget. So we wanted to have all those people who've been following us
Yes.
for a while to have an opportunity to have it at a lower price first. And I'm just super excited to share it with everyone. It's going to be awesome. So
Yeah,
yeah.
it's like, and we also too, like with the world is not easy right now. So this is one of those things we wanted it to be. We're trying to get information out to everybody and get it in all the ways. So check it out. Patreon members, you'll get a coupon code if you don't already have it. And we can't wait to hear what you guys think of it.
Yeah, let us know.
So exciting.
And we'll see you in the Discord group.
Yes, we'll see you in the Discord group. Make sure you say hello. But
Mhm.
all of this leads to the fact that this is our last podcast episode for a couple of months.
Yeah, we're
We're
taking a little hiatus
taking a
to
little bit of a break.
go do some workshops, share these courses, do some teaching live. Yeah, I'm super excited, and develop some new courses that will be going up soon too.
And
Um,
we're
yeah,
also changing the podcast format next year.
we're switching things up. We are going to be doing a lot more interviews and have a lot more guests on. Anne and I love chatting with guests. We love hearing everybody's different strategies for social media, getting professionals advice and deep dive into like different areas of social media land. And so you'll still be getting monthly updates and Patreon Q&As from us, but we're also gonna have a lot more guests on too. And I'm
Yeah, I
excited.
can't wait. It's just going to be fun. So you guys too, if you're listening and you have an idea for somebody you'd like for us to ask on for a certain reason, pop it down in the comments. Let us know.
Yeah.
And then I think that's all. That's it. That's all. We're done.
So we're gonna see you again soon, but in the meantime, come hang out in the Discord community, leave us comments. Make sure you're following the newsletter, and we will see you soon.
We'll see you all very soon.